Welcome to CocoSports.com's WWE Weekend Review. I'm the huge one, Dave Coco, from CocoSports.com, KOCOSports.com, where it's okay to be a passionate fan where the world comes to kick ass and your home for combat sports. I'm my tag team partner, who just did a run-in. We did the switcheroo. We just did Stump the Idiot with Boom Boom, but Boom Boom went to bed, and Rob the Night Owl takes his spot. So I feel like I'm a two-timing whore. Like, the wife is sleeping. Come on over.
You are. You're a dirty whore. Well, we tried to invite Boom Boom. This is more like you wanted to have a threesome, and then your wife went to sleep. And then you're sitting there, and you're like, well, I'm not going to waste it.
All right, let's break this down. We have a lot to talk about, not a lot of time. First off,
whoa, we have a lot of time. Don't you limit my time. You do the show. Let time worry about time, you son of a bitch.
I stand corrected. So, speaking of time, hey, tell me who your MVP is. I gotta let my son in. Awkward.
All right, my MVP for this week. That's a tough call. I think I'm gonna go with Bo Dallas, because it wasn't a great week for the WWE. I don't think it wasn't a phenomenal week. It wasn't a bad week, but it wasn't a great week. And Bo Dallas was great in a week that was mediocre and mostly forgettable. Bo Dallas was amazing. I mean, come on, we got to see Bo Dallas just beating on a midget all week, and it was made entertaining as hell. It's a actually. I think mine is probably it might even be a tie between Bo Dallas and JBL, or can I just pair them up as a tag team? Dave, do you think that's fair to pair them up?
Yeah, I actually feel guilty because I love Bo Dallas more than you do, and my MVP. I hate to say it, it's because someone I hate, Sheamus.
He did have a great match.
Dude, he had a hell of a match, and not only that, but ever since we put him in the D Club and busted his balls about sucking, he's really improved. And I'd like to take credit for that. I imagine while he's driving to the arena, he's listening on his iPad, iPhone, whatever, listening to us, and be like, I'm gonna fucking prove those guys wrong.
Come on, I just imagine he hears you say how much he sucks, and he's like, come on, fella, that's not true.
The worst part is, we fucking followed his career from day one. So maybe there is a little small part of that. So I'm going to give it to Sheamus, even though I absolutely love Bo Dallas. And I think we're in agreement. So put your MVPs down below and tell us what WWE show what was your favorite WWE show of the week. My favorite WWE show of the week, my MVP was Sheamus, and my show of the week, I think, hands down, everyone has to say, main events.
Yeah, main event this week was really good.
Yeah, so
if only for basically it was one match. It was definitely match of the week. Like this match for me was like that week when we got to see the Rollins Ziggler match that first time.
Yeah, that was an amazing match. So yeah, so match of the week, show of the week, and MVP, and he has to share it with Bo Dallas. So down below, what did you think of the match of the week? What did you think was the MVP of the week? I thought you were going to go Roman Reigns. By the way, Rob is the one that designs these graphics. I thought you would go for Roman Reigns, considering everything that's going on here. And show of the week, I think we're in agreement. So, but yeah, Bo Dallas was absolutely pure balls. Monday Night Raw, we were talking about this before. This show wasn't bad or good. It was just forgettable. And in some ways, ain't that worse than bad?
I don't know. I mean, I think it's better than bad because at least people aren't pissed off. But it could have been better.
All right, let me go through quick results, and then we'll talk about what we want. Like I said, this is a week in review. We break every show down that we review here. We broke it down like for 20 minutes, hour plus each show. So if you want more of us breaking down the shows, please check out the individual shows. All right, let's break down Raw, and then I will read what happened according to CocoSports.com, and then at the end we'll talk about it. Roman Reigns brawled with Kane. The Wyatt family defeated the WWE Tag Team Champions, the Usos. Nikki Bella versus Alicia Fox never happened because of pure trickery and, oh, I'm going to tie one hand behind my back, and I'm not. Alexander Rusev defeated Rob Van Dam, which caused a lot of controversy on the internets. Randy Orton defeated Dean Ambrose. Everything you love about pro wrestling versus everything I hate.
Actually, I will say that I actually liked that match, though.
All right. Albert Del Rio defeated Dolph Ziggler to become the number one contender of the United States Championship. This was the biggest punch in the fucking balls ever. This was the worst match of the week, worst booking of the week, just horrible situation, but we'll get to that. Damian Sandow confronted Bret Hart, and then Sheamus came to his rescue and defeated Sandow. Chris Jericho defeated The Miz, and Divas champion AJ Lee and Paige Knight defeated the Funkadactyls. And that's just Paige. Jerry loves putting their real names in it, full names. Kofi Kingston defeated Antonio Cesaro, which we'll talk about it. Bo Dallas defeated El Torito in probably the funniest segment of the year. WWE Heavyweight Champion John Cena defeated Seth Rollins via disqualification, and then afterwards Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins brawled. So there was some good and some bad. I guess we'll just break it down, match by match. No one gives a shit about Kane, right? The whole opening segment balls. All right, so no one gives a shit about that. The Wyatt family defeated the tag team champs, the Usos. This is going out. This is drawn out.
It's going too long.
It is going too long, but who else do they have? I know it sounds very John Cena-ish, but I enjoy the matches, and I enjoy. One thing I don't enjoy is how commentary acts like this hasn't happened. Like, the Wyatt family defeated the Usos. They're the number one contender. That only happened 6 times this week. I thought they oversold it a little bit, which kind of ruins a lot anyway.
All right. The worst part, I think, of that whole feud is I don't think they're going to end up getting the title at Battlegrounds. I think they're going to end up not getting it, and then finally they're going to end up doing some crazy over-the-top match for the title transfer at SummerSlam.
Interesting. So I don't know. Maybe they are building up to SummerSlam. Because who the Wyatts and Usos going to wrestle at SummerSlam? I doubt they're going to bring Goldust that high. Do you think they would bring up Goldust? Maybe no. Oh well, hold on, not so fast, my fellow friends. What about the Wyatt family defeats him at Battlegrounds, and the Wyatts take on the Rhodes brothers at SummerSlam?
I don't think they'll do that because that's shoving the Usos out of the picture, and they just came out with new shirts for the Usos and everything.
Yeah, so you bring up a great point. Nikki Bella versus Alicia Fox never happened. I think that is the greatest.
Fuck.
I think that is the greatest fucking results ever on Coco Sports history. I wish that even if they did happen and they had a result, I still wish that's what he put down. Like if Nikki Bella defeats Alicia Fox next week, I still think the title should be Nikki Fox versus Alicia Fox. Never happened. A lot of people got heat over this. Rusev defeating Rob Van Dam.
Why were people salty over that?
They were salty because they thought Rob Van Dam deserved more, and that Rob Van Dam should have been later on, like the undefeated streak, monster streak. Rob Van Dam is more valuable than just feeding it to him.
Well, I'm sorry, but it's not 10 years ago or 15 years ago. He's not more valuable than that.
All right. So, interesting situation. Randy Orton defeated Dean Ambrose. You know what?
I liked that match. I know you hate Orton, but I still stand by it. Orton in the ring isn't that bad, and Ambrose in the ring is great. I thought it was a pretty good match.
I enjoyed the match, and one thing I do hate Randy Orton. I want that to be clear. But one thing that I respect about Randy Orton is he'll do the right thing to keep the feud going. Unlike Randy Orton will put people over. And I know that he's a heel, but still, I'm sure he could pull some strings and poop in Divas bags and get his way. So, it's kind of interesting. Now, this is definitely the biggest fucking letdown of the universe. Albert Del Rio, Mr. I'm fucking mailing it in. I can't wait. Dude, he's mailing it in now.
He mailed it in on Monday because he was saving it all for main event.
Yeah. But yeah, that's true. We're throwing him under the bus, and then we're gonna praise him like a motherfucker.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, because, come on, he did really good
Calls it
this
like
week.
I sees it. You gotta call it like I sees it. I was ready to defeat Dolph Ziggler, but the worst part is how it was done. Fandango distracting him with the most gay cowboy dance ever. Dolph Ziggler, and the timing is worse because Dolph Ziggler really looked like he has an announcement, you know? I was expecting TMZ to run a story on how Dolph Ziggler likes the penis. I thought this was the worst fucking idea ever. Ever. But the worst idea ever leads 24 hours to something great. Now, a lot of people are like, see, give it time. Fuck you. You didn't have to have this match. You didn't have to embarrass Dolph Ziggler. You didn't have to fucking make Dolph Ziggler like the taste of penis to have that great main event match. All you had to do was skip this match completely and say, hey, a main event, Del Rio is going to fight Sheamus, and it would still have the same effect. So all those people are like, give it time. Really, this match didn't have to happen. The fact that Dolph Ziggler and embarrassed Dolph Ziggler, embarrassed not in ring, not talent-wise, just storyline-wise, pure fucking embarrassment. This didn't have to happen. It did not have to happen. So let me rephrase. How did Coco Sports phrase it? Dolph Ziggler versus Alberto Del Rio never happened. Sandow confronted Bret Hart. This was just a celebrity thing. A lot of people gave it heat, and what the fuck's the point? Bret Hart's a Canadian hero. It's just kind of like the 7th inning stretch. It's kind of like Raymond comes out and throws out some balls to the crowd. Bret Hart is a Canadian mascot. He came out and they did some comedy.
Okay, I won't lie though. I love Damien Sandow right now.
Not me.
All of his segments entertain me. I mean, come on, and they're clearly not gonna just throw him away. I mean, they've let him dress as fucking HBK, Bret Hart, Vince McMahon. Like, they're not gonna just throw him away. Like, I don't think this is them burying him.
Not so fast, my fellow friend. It might not be, but the problem that, and a lot of people agree with you, Rob, so I'm in the minority on this one. A lot of people agree with what you say. But the reason why I'm giving you a Lee Corso, not so fast, my fellow friend, everyone that has a losing streak and dressed like someone else got cut. So he would be like the first. And now people are like, what about the Big Show? But really, he's pretty much fucking cut. But I don't know. I just don't like losing streaks to talented people, and I don't like the dress-up gimmick because besides Big Show and a couple other guys, most of them are unemployed. The list of, I'm going to do a comedy gimmick and lose all the time, unemployed, is a lot longer than Big Show.
The problem with it isn't the comedy gimmick. The problem with it is the losing all the time.
Yeah, well, hopefully there's been internet rumors, and, hopefully they go with it, But there's been internet rumors that he's going to be part of a very angry faction with The Miz and Dolph Ziggler and possibly Ric Flair. Now, granted, these are just rumors.
Because I heard a rumor that he was going to break his losing streak by beating Dolph Ziggler and then Kofi Kingston over and over every week.
I don't think that's a rumor. I think that's fucking vision of the future.
Well, we got to break his losing streak somehow. How can we do it and not hurt the company? You know what? Dolph Ziggler. Bring him out.
Chris Jericho defeated The Miz, and it was a pretty decent match. The problem with this match is, and it's not the athlete's fault, is they had a house show match that everyone praised. They were like, oh, you should have seen the Jericho-Miz match on the house show. I think WWE a lot of times puts a great match out there, but will run it into the ground. Like Dolph Ziggler versus, who did Dolph Ziggler fight on main event? Part of the Shields? Damn it, I had a blank.
I don't even remember Dolph Ziggler on main event.
Alright, but anyway, sometimes they'll have a great match in a house show or a main event, and then they'll run it into the ground, and by the time it gets on Raw, it's just not the same. I enjoyed the match, but... And maybe that's why the internet does ruin stuff. People have said Chris Jericho versus The Miz in a house show was absolutely amazing. AJ Lee and Paige beat the Funkadactyls. It's a Divas storyline that... Does anyone care yet? I don't care yet. I'm hoping that Paige turns into the anti-diva and it goes somewhere, but as of right now, this second, don't give a shit. Don't care about the Funkadactyls breaking up. Don't care about Paige and AJ Lee's relationship. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, are you feeling this at all? I mean, they're trying.
I don't know. I like that they're actually trying. Like I could see this being a slow build toward Paige becoming heel. In that Paige right now is trying to be the graceful. She got beat. That's fine. She was better that night. I'm gonna fight her at Battlegrounds, and I think AJ Lee is gonna beat her at Battlegrounds, and I think that's going to set her up for her just snapping and going full heel Paige, which I think will be a lot better for her overall, because that's how she's wrestled in the Indies. She's a great heel. So I think her going heel and then them having a rematch at SummerSlam is the ideal way to do it.
We were doing this show really late, and we appreciate any live viewers. I'm kind of shocked that we do, but Market Garden has one, and he says, Fit Finley MVP. Fit Finley MVP. Not bad MVP at all. Kofi Kingston, dude, Jerry is smiling. Just down in the comments. I don't know how many live viewers we have, but Market Garden, are you Jerry O'Neill, our editor at Coco Sports? I just need to know. I need to know. No, Jerry is smiling. He's got an Irish smile from side to side. But yeah, Kofi Kingston defeated Antonio Cesaro. On paper, this is amazing. On paper, this is a feud I would pay for. This feud can go on forever, and I would pay for it. The problem is, I'm pretty sure it was 3 seconds of action. You know what I mean? It was probably the shortest match ever. Like, I'm looking at CocoSports.com, and they have the YouTube clip of the match, and they're like, 2 minutes and 24 seconds. I'm pretty sure the whole match is in that YouTube. It was, I don't know. I was just very, very, very disappointed. Because, paper, this is amazing. I want to pay. This is what I want to see. And maybe, we had an argument, does Kofi deserve to be main eventer or not? But they definitely deserve to be a high mid-card feud, these two guys, And by feud, I mean actually have matches. I mean, the Raw matches should be at least 12, 15 minutes long.
Especially considering that they openly have stated that they think Cesaro is going to be one of their bigger guys going into the future.
Yeah. According to a lot of online reports, Triple H ranks it as he's the 3rd biggest star in the company.
Yeah. So, I mean, you shouldn't be giving him matches like that.
Now, in the greatest segments, Bo Dallas defeats El Torito. Just Dallas. I cannot put this over enough. I know some people don't like it. Some people don't like the sense of humor. I am not that guy. I am a Bo believer.
I think he's hilarious. If you look at it, I didn't get it at first. You remember when we first started doing the K5 and all that, I didn't get it. I was like, I don't really get Bo Dallas. And once you realize the Bo Dallas character and you understand the character and see through just the actual outward visual gimmick of I always win, I'm super motivational, and you see how sarcastic almost he is and how fucked in the head he is, and the fact that he loses his shit on NXT, it's an amazing character. I'm the biggest Bo Dallas fan ever since I saw all the dimensions of that character. And the Torito thing, I think, really starting to show that aspect of him. He's not a good guy. He's not a good guy at all. He thinks he's a good guy, but he's not a good guy. He runs around the ring and just bowls over El Torito while he's fucking doing his victory lap.
Do you think he fucking hangs out with John Cena as a method actor?
That would be hilarious if he did. If he's just all right, so John, if you were in this situation, how would you react? And he's like, all right. So if you wrestled a midget, you'd probably just run him over and stuff. But he's like, all right, thanks. And then John's watching on Monday. He's like, son of a bitch, he used my idea.
Our website and our podcast and our YouTube channel has a reputation of hating comedy wrestling. James Legend of Brawl always makes fun of me because, it doesn't have to be so seriously. WWE fails a lot on comedy. Just look at the Usos, and John Cena. But my whole thing is, when they do comedy right, it's gold. And I think Bo Dallas is gold. I think Zack Ryder for a short time was gold. And
Generation X was gold.
Early days. The reunion.
Yeah.
And Santino retired this week. Him and Petey Williams and BJ Penn. Everyone's retiring. He retired this week, and the thing is with Santino is that I think he did comedy great in his prime. I don't know. Sometimes it just goes over great. Sometimes it's horrible. You know, when they do the puking and the fake coffee and the pooping and all that, it's not funny. But Bo Dallas, I'm trying to think who else. You know, that is comedy done right, and I enjoy it. I'm sorry, I'm not going to laugh because, it's a comedy segment. Get it? It has to actually be funny and good, and I think Bo Dallas is that.
Bo Dallas and JBL. Like, JBL, when he's doing comedy, is good.
Yeah. I think JBL is my favorite commentator right now.
Yeah. Like, I really, really, really want to see JBL and Steven Regal commentate together, and I really want to see them commentate Bo Dallas matches together.
It would be fucking fantastic. Main event, World Heavyweight Champion John Cena defeated Seth Rollins via disqualification, and really no one gave a shit. Like, the writing was on the wall. And then Dean Ambrose comes down and attacks. I did not enjoy this. It just seems like, hey, you know what we did for the last 3 weeks? Well, let's end the show on that. To me, I was not impressed at all. You don't hate John Cena as much as I do, and you love Seth Rollins more than a straight man should. Was it
And
just...
I love Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns. Seth Rollins broke my heart. Fuck you, Seth Rollins.
All right.
I love you, but I hate you.
If we can put the 6th grade girl feelings away and just answer the question, did you find this repetitive and worthless?
I didn't think it was as bad as you did, but it could have been better.
All right, it could have been better.
Like, I didn't think it was actually that bad. Room for improvement. That's what I would mark on that and give back to the WWE. I'd be like, look, room for improvement. Like, you guys didn't do bad, but you didn't do great, and you could do great.
All right, now we're really excited. This is the match. We were a little negative. We're probably going to end the show a little bit negative, but right now it's positivity time. On paper, this show looked like shit, and it delivered. WWE main event results. All right, let's see. United States Champion Sheamus O'Shaughnessy defeated Albert Del Rio, last man standing in the U.S. title match. I'm just reading these off thing. Total Divas cast defeated Nikki Bella. And Bret the Hitman Hart silenced Damian Sandow. It was a very intense booking style where they put the main event first, what they advertise. On paper, this match looks like shit.
I mean, while I was watching it, I even remember I messaged you, and I was like, Dave, watch main event. You're going to look at it. You're going to think, no, but I swear to you, it'll surprise you.
And it did surprise me. On paper, if someone says last man standing match, I'm like, oh god, I hate last man standing match. Sheamus, I hate Sheamus. Del Rio, all right, I'll watch it. What the fuck is going on? These guys busted their ass, had a really good WWE hardcore, because you can't really say hardcore anymore. You have to add the WWE hardcore difference. Had a really good WWE hardcore match, and for last man standing, which I think is one of the worst gimmick matches ever, I was really impressed. I was really, really impressed. And out of all the matches, out of all the shows, main event and this match is probably the only must-watch.
I don't even think the rest of main event is must-watch. Just this match is the. If you're only gonna watch one WWE thing this week, that's the match.
Yeah, it was amazing. So
no. That's the second match. Bo Dallas on SmackDown. That's the match.
So if we could clip the best of, like if we could make the fucking YouTube pirates happy because they're too stupid to find illegal content on their own, if we could patch our perfect thing, I'd have the 2 Bo Dallas matches and the main event.
Yeah, that's all it would be. It would just be that one Sheamus match. And then the 2 Bo Dallas matches, and it'd be great.
Yeah, and the video footage of Kenta signing. All right, so we can't put it over enough. Total Divas Cast defeated Nikki Bella. Absolutely horrible, except for one thing. I never seen Nikki Bella look that hot. I don't know if it was the outfit. I don't know what the situation was.
Dude, Nikki Bella always looks that hot. Are you crazy?
No, tonight it was extra special. Normally, I'm not a big fan of the Bellas. I honestly think, dude, I'm not a big fan. But dude, Nikki Bella brought the fucking.
Are you gonna tell me you don't like the Funkadactyls either?
I guess. I mean,
tell me you're gay?
Well, like if I had a fave 5,
Do you not like Eva Mendes?
If I had a fave 5 of Divas prior to this match in that outfit, none of those 4 women, none of the Funkadactyls or Bellas would make the list. But Nikki Bella. Oh, well, how about that? How about we do a fave 5 of who we think is the best looking Divas in WWE in the future? We'll do that as a future show. All right?
I'll do that. But I'm going to call you gay, I'm pretty sure.
All right, we'll see. But Nikki Bella, I was just like, what the? It's like working with a bitch at work, and then one day she just unbuttons a couple buttons, and you're just like, what? I don't know. I thought she looked the hottest she's ever looked, ever.
Also, I think a lot of people are kind of shitting on all the Nikki Bella things, but I think big picture, when you're looking at what it's doing, I think it's important. Stupid as it is. Because this is one example of them thinking a little bit further ahead. Because what they're doing is they're treating Nikki Bella like shit, and it's going to lead to Brie Bella coming back to defend her sister, and that's going to lead to a Brie Bella match against Stephanie McMahon, and that's going to probably be a pretty entertaining match.
All right. We got a live comment here. Marky Garden. I'm in the UK. It's coming up to 7 a.m. Whoa, that's hardcore. Having a morning coffee and cigarette, wondering where it all went wrong in life that I've ended up here. It's gonna. All right, one free internet hug for Marky Garden because, yeah, it's all weird times. It's 2:57 p.m. where I live. I live in Japan. I know you cannot always hit the target in life, or sometimes the target is too big and you hit it too often. Maybe my targets aren't even in front of me anymore. Vision without action is daydreaming. I look back on regrets and laugh. Just laugh now. I believe. You know what? We don't have many commenters because most human beings are sleeping around the world. But Market Garden, you just won the internet. I'm going to give you one free internet hug, a free internet high five, and believe, brother. One foot in front of the other. Keep moving forward.
Bro, you said it wrong. It's believe.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, God.
All right, and the last segment was basically the same exact segment, except on being Bret the Hitman Hart silences baby. He came out as HBK. Jericho was there. And
well, it was a Jericho special. So I mean,
yeah. One thing about it though is they were putting this over. Like there's two. I mentioned this on the main event review. I know they're putting it over because they're trying to get people to buy the network, but the announcer's like, after the Sheamus Del Rio match, they're like, we have matches like this all the time on main event. I'm like, dude, you're such a fucking liar.
Yeah, no, usually main event's so boring that I fucking fall asleep watching.
And then the second one is, backstage, Chris Jericho's like, oh, I'm so excited to be on main event. No, you're not, Jericho. Just shut the fuck up. You don't have to overdo it, my friends. All right, let's go. NXT used to be my favorite show of the fucking week. It used to be. It lost the Thursday Night War to Impact. It's not been good, but let's review. Summer Rae defeated Bayley, NXT Women's Championship #1 contenders match. Sin Cara defeated Wes Blakely, and a really sad match. Poor Sin Cara, the character, and people involved in that. Xavier Woods confronts CJ Parker in probably the worst segment of the year. Bull Dempsey, I hate Bull Dempsey, and it's not even Bull Dempsey's fault. Defeated Angelo Dawkins, and Tyson Kidd and Justin Gabriel defeated Sami Zayn and Adrian Neville. This on paper looks amazing. In real life, it was just Tyson Kidd storyline hour, which I enjoy the Tyson Kidd storyline, but I wish these guys would really go at it. And the reason I hate Bull Dempsey is because Hashimoto, Samoa Joe said, oh, you're too fat, you can't make it. But then they just pull some random fucking fat guy out wearing King Kong Bundy tights and all like, he's the last of a dying breed. Like, no, he's just that fucking jobber. I don't know. And it's not Bull Dempsey's fault, but I fucking still hate him. I hate him. Every time I see Bull Dempsey in the ring, I think to myself, wow, there's an overweight wrestler that can do. And not only that, but it's kind of a slap in the face, because wouldn't this make a million times more sense if this was Kevin Steen's gimmick? Kevin Steen signed with WWE. Why? I don't know. I hate Bull Dempsey for all the wrong reasons. NXT, if you're a Tyson Kidd fan, and a storyline fan, if you're like, I like storylines in Tyson Kidd, this was for you. If you like wrestling, this one wasn't for you. And
No.
CJ Parker, they really dropped the ball on that fucker. I was so interested to see where that was going, and boy, it went nowhere fast. NXT, ever since their big event, because Thursday Night Wars.
It's been shit since that pay-per-view.
Yeah, NXT really.
That pay-per-view was so good too, and
And prior to that was so good, but then again, they're sending a lot of people up. They're probably waiting for a lot of people. I guess it's rebuilding time in NXT. But the CJ Parker Xavier Woods is just bad.
I almost don't want to watch NXT anymore until you tell me like, Raw, Kenta's on it, and then I'll be like, all right, I'll watch.
I don't want to watch NXT until you tell me it's good. I feel like the nostalgia critic. I watch it, so you don't have to. I'm pretty sure that's not what he says, but it's something along those lines. All right, NXT was a letdown. Now, SmackDown. Dun, dun, dun. Roman Reigns, and we talked about this a lot, probably greatest opening segment, but they just fucking dropped the ball on the fourth wall. Roman Reigns and Rusev test dangerous international waters. Rusev is cutting his promo. He hates Canada because he's in Canada. And Roman Reigns comes down, and I got caught up into it. I absolutely did. It was kayfabe world. I was screaming, it's not even pay-per-view! And the longer it went, the bigger a letdown. It was probably the greatest opening segment in a real long time for SmackDown. And as the show went on, it just got more and more disappointing. But for that one moment, man, was it freaking good. You know what I mean?
I wish it had just turned into an all-out brawl. Like, I don't even want a match. Like, just have them do an all-out brawl that has to get broken up and I'll be happy with that. But no, you're gonna wait and be like, oh, we have a match later tonight, so that my brain has time to go, oh fuck, neither of them can lose this. God damn it, it's gonna be a DQ. Where you at, Orton? Where you at?
Where you at? Where you at, homie? You scared? Don't be scared, homie. AJ Lee defeated Cameron, and the Divas, they're trying. It's just not intriguing. Adam Rose defeats Fandango by countouts, and these two guys, no one gives a shit. Matter of fact, more people care about the Layla Summer Rae feud in the background than Adam Rose and Fandango, and it's just sad. I'm not an Adam Rose fan or a Fandango fan, but at the same time, seeing someone die on that big of a stage, you have to feel bad for them. You are a bigger Adam Rose fan than me. Are you sad he's dying so bad?
I've basically all but given up on Adam Rose.
Oh, I didn't know we were interviewing WWE Creative.
Like, I'm over it. Like, they're doing nothing with him. I was really excited for it when it started. I thought it was going to be neat, and it's been shit. Like, it's had some neat segments. I've liked parts of it, but they're not going anywhere with it. It's going nowhere. You're just repeating the same shit over and over. It's like, all right, this isn't original. Yeah,
and of course, the Mega Powers, Layla and Summer Rae, is where people were really interested. The Usos defeated Tyson O'Neil and Heath Slater. It happened. I mean, it happened. Next.
Isn't that the match that had that the terrible fucking 2 minutes of them on a microphone, too?
Oh, God, yeah. Talk about comedy done wrong.
Such a terrible fucking promo.
Yeah, they got the worst promo of the week. John Cena, hand over your award to them, please.
They got the worst promo of the month.
Maybe of the year. That was a pretty bad promo.
Like, it was bad. It was bad. I hope right now that he's at home with his beautiful wife just feeling bad for himself about how bad his promo was.
Well, I think she's beautiful. Dave might not, because, you know, Dave's racist.
Hey, we'll talk our Fave 5. We'll talk our Fave 5.
All right, Mr. WWE.
All right. Randy Orton, I don't even know where that, like, was that an insult? What's going on?
Yeah, it was. It was. It's calling you racist, like the WWE.
Oh, I see. I'm connected.
Subtle.
Yeah. I'll make sure to tell my Japanese family and wife that I'm racist.
Yeah, you better.
You said, we've been married for over 18 years. This ain't going to work out. Someone on the internet called me a racist.
They gotta leave Japan.
Yeah. Well, all right. We're getting too serious. Let's focus on the match here. Randy Orton defeated Chris Jericho. Randy Orton.
That actually wasn't a terrible match.
All right.
It wasn't good though. It was better than the Usos against fucking Heath Slater and Titus O'Neil.
We need to talk to our T-shirt guys, and hopefully another show or T-shirt company does do it. Randy Orton in big letters. It could be worse. Not John Cena. All right, Randy Orton. It could be worse. There you go. Summer Rae versus Layla ended in a no contest. They beat up Fandango and danced. An update: they kissed in Madison Square Garden, and I thought this was. I said this on the review show. I thought this was the PG version of Tommy Dreamer / lesbian three-way storyline. I thought this was the PG version that you could do of that. I think this might be a guilty pleasure, but I'm good for it.
I'm just saying, like, with how much you love the Summer Rae and fucking Layla things, it baffles me that you won't watch Total Divas.
Well, if we get enough people in comments, I'll watch.
I just want you to just think about that for a minute. Just really think about it. You love the Layla Summer Rae storyline, but you won't watch Total Divas.
It's a kind of like a guilty pleasure. I'm not happy that I liked it, but I did enjoy the storyline. Now, what you call it? The whole thing is, I think Layla is fucking hot. Like, out of nowhere, are these girls getting hotter? Like,
no, maybe your glaucoma is getting better.
Maybe, but Layla, she's gonna be in my Fave 5. All right. I enjoyed it. It's a guilty pleasure. I feel guilty for enjoying it, but I did. Goldust defeated Curtis Axel. It happened. I mean, it wasn't bad. It wasn't good, but it definitely happened.
Let's just accept that as excited as we were for Stardust, Stardust is going to be permanently locked into a feud with his brother against Rybaxel for the rest of fucking time.
Possibility. That is a huge possibility. All right. Moving forward. Bo Dallas. Bo Dallas. I love you, Bo Dallas. We are boldly.
Match of the week.
The match of the week. Did it surpass Sheamus' match?
This one made me laugh. Like, I was laughing out loud watching this match.
14 and Bo. And we're 1 and Bo because he said he's handy capable and we're his tag team partner.
Yep,
so,
we're 1 and Bo.
We're 1 and Bo. Everyone that's a Bo believer is 1 and Bo. But he's 14 and Bo, and I absolutely loved everything about this. I'm sorry. I love Bo Dallas. If loving Bo Dallas is wrong, I don't want to be right.
I'm with you on that, brother. Like, it was great. I think, for me, when I started laughing and I was like, holy shit, this is great, was when he's just taking the time. Like, El Torito looks hurt, and he's changed gears. He's helping El Torito up. He's being really nice. JBL's like, oh, look at that, he's helping him up. And then he running Bodogs him. Just fucking, and I lost it. I was laughing. It was so good. I was like, all right, I didn't expect that. I don't know why, but god damn it, you're a monster, Bo Dallas.
I love Bo Dallas. I love everything about this, and I don't know. All right, we can't put it over enough.
I said it on the SmackDown show, but I'll say it again. Bo Dallas is the only way you can make a full-size man fighting a little person into an entertaining match.
Yeah. So hopefully they keep pushing it. You know, Bo Dallas versus John Cena, I'm looking forward to that feud. Just because even if Bo Dallas loses, the fucking segments alone, But I don't know. John Cena has a reputation of ruining everything he touches.
Dude, I really hope that Bo Dallas ends Rusev's streak.
Yeah, and this is a that would be awesome. All right, this is a theme. Have you noticed this theme that I keep saying the same thing when it comes to main event? On paper, this was awesome. In ring, not so much. We went from, oh my god, this ain't pay-per-view, it's going down. Woo, woo, you're like tweeting your friends, you're calling, it's fucking going down to, what the fuck am I watching? And I always think, everyone has a different vision of booking. Everyone has a different vision of what pro wrestling should be. But I am always under the impression, like Paul Heyman said, you book stories and matches to make everyone look strong. I think every single person in this main event looked horrible.
Yeah. Not only that. All right. So going into this match, there are a bunch of things. Like I was all for it at the start of the show. Like I was really into it. But like as I thought about it during the show, I realized like, okay, so you idiots managed to set up a match where you can't have a clean winner because you need both of these guys to look strong. And if either of them loses tonight, it seriously hurts them. Because if Reigns loses to Rusev, Rusev's not a main eventer. No offense to Rusev, he may be on a streak, but he's not at the level of the people that Reigns is expected to compete against. So if you have Reigns lose to Rusev, it hurts him. Like, it just hurts him. And then on the flip side of that, if you end Rusev's streak now, that's a really shitty way to end his streak, and it's going to probably kill him.
Yeah.
So from that standpoint, just tactically thinking, it was just shit planning. But then we go into the kayfabe universe. Like, look at the storylines. There is no reason for Reigns to have come out and to have wanted a match with him at all. Reigns has a pretty full plate. I would think he could find other shit to do. Why is he going after Rusev? Oh, wait, that's right. It's because Jack Swagger can't come to Canada.
It's like that. I know, but couldn't you go back to Big E? Couldn't you have gone back to someone else, I don't know.
Dude, couldn't you have had fucking... Like, couldn't you have just had...
Or have Dallas just cut a promo with him?
This is what irritates me. Okay, Jack Swagger's not allowed into Canada. That's fine. What about Zeb Coulter? You can still keep the fucking feud going and still keep building it. You could have had fucking Zeb Coulter come out by himself to shit-talk them while they were out there talking, the same way that Reigns did, and then just had Rusev just fucking beat the shit out of Zeb Coulter. And then next week when they're back in the U.S., obviously Swagger now has a reason to fight Rusev.
Alright, so that is our views on it. Please say which one you liked. Who was your MVP? Please put in the comments who you thought, what show you thought was the best, what match you thought was the best, and we're going to add 2 more segments to the show. One segment is the story of the week, and then we're going to have wrestling theories. It's like conspiracy theories with Rob. Alright? So first segment, WWE signs Japanese star Kenta to its NXT division. Hulk Hogan announces signing in Osaka, Japan. I did a long video about it. I'm very excited and very worried. I hope Kenta is treated well and booked well and can make the Japanese people proud. And he's so talented.
I've heard a lot of great theories about things they could do with Kenta, and I think that's really promising.
Well, let's start it now. You've heard of conspiracy theories. Welcome to wrestling.
Well, no, not conspiracy theories. This is just like people have said, like things that they could do with Kenta. Like one of the things is you make Kenta a Heyman guy, and to explain the fact that CM Punk and Bryan both have Kenta moves, you basically have Heyman hype him as he's the real best in the world. And you take heat off the fact that people are pissed Punk is gone by doing that. He's going to get heat off that, and you make him into a heel. And you just have him say he's so good that the quote-unquote best in the world stole moves from him.
Oh, dude. Sir, you should sign up right now and steal stuff on the internet and become WWE creative. Sign up now. That is pretty awesome. I like where it goes. And plus, Japan still has their hero, because even if
Yeah.
even if he's a heel, Japan is still rooting for Kenta. It's kind of like Jericho. Jericho is so famous on this island that Jericho comes here and he tried to cut heel promos, and we just won't fucking let it happen. I told the story a bunch, but I'm pretty sure it would be Kenta as the heel too. Jericho's cutting a promo how he hates Japan because they're chanting Lionheart. He's trying to be a heel. They're like Lionheart, Lionheart, and he cuts this promo how he hated Japan. Japan sucks. He's going all out because he wants heel heat. And the audience goes quiet for like maybe 10 seconds, and the match goes on, and the whole arena starts chanting, "We still love you." And I was just like, dude, Jericho can run for prime minister on this island. Jericho can run Japan. That's how much he's. And like I used to teach before my health got worse, but I used to be a teacher. And I remember because I would ask about pro wrestling, and people like, "Oh, you can be a teacher here and like pro wrestling." I don't know if you can do that in America. And I would ask, and there'd be like 12-year-olds, 17-year-olds, 8-year-olds. "Oh, who's your favorite pro wrestler?" "Chris Jericho." I'm like, how the fuck do you even know? So I think Kenta, the heel in America, still getting feared beyond belief, which is a good thing. And I give credit a lot in my video, and I have to. WWE treats Japan horrible. WWE treats the house shows horrible, and people didn't show up. WWE this time around did everything right. Whoever was in charge of the WWE tour in Japan needs to be in charge from now on, because this tour was a trillion, billion, zillion times better than any tour in the last 10 years to Japan.
Do you regret giving away your ticket?
I do regret giving away my ticket. Thanks for rubbing that in, Rob.
I just wanted to ask because I know you don't like giving them money when Cena's champ.
Well, no, I actually get a lot of my tickets for free. I get the old wiggle wiggle one, wink wink, Coco Sports nod, shaking hands.
I get you. Dave in a tiger mask does his video.
You can't tell an inside joke that no one understands except us. I know, granted, it's me, you, and 3 or 4 other people who goes up and down. So, but yeah, we're not exactly on prime time real estate here as far as getting live viewers. But still, I don't think you can do inside jokes that no one else understands. All right, bam. All right, let's go to your wrestling theories. Dun dun dun. They're not conspiracy theories. They're Rob's wrestling. Go ahead. What do you got?
All right. Well, before I do want to say, Daniel Bryan, I've been thinking about it a lot. Daniel Bryan,
for all intents and purposes, is going to be out for a while. From everything that dirt sheets have said, with the escalation to where he now needs shoulder surgery and everything, it doesn't look good. But Daniel Bryan, if anything, proved that he is still loved by the crowd. The crowd goes crazy for him. He proved that at the pay-per-view when he was out there for, 5-10 minutes, and everyone loved it. And what did you just lose on Raw? Oh, wait, that's right. You don't have any more GMs, do you? You fired both your GMs in the last month and a half. Why don't you have Daniel Bryan be a fucking GM?
I'm sure after surgery it's been pretty good. I mean, his arm, he can't even lift it. I honestly, I hate...
He doesn't need to lift his arm. He's the goddamn GM.
That's true. I've broken my neck and back before, and I have arm problems. I honestly think, now granted, I'm rooting for him, but the reality is, I don't think he'll ever wrestle again.
No. But that does bring me to my first theory.
All right.
My first crazy conspiracy theory. Now, as a disclaimer, most of these theories are just because I don't want to let go, so I make up shit, hoping that maybe that'll come true, and that'll be the reality, and it'll be better than what's happening.
Can I just add something to that? I do the same thing. I'm like, Okada's going to go to WWE, and Ric Flair's going to manage it. Like, I feel if you say a theory enough, it's very mainstream, but I feel like if you say it enough, it might come true.
Yeah, maybe it'll happen.
I want to see Okada be a heel in WWE with Ric Flair as his mouthpiece.
It'd be great.
It would. All right, so let's hear some of your theories. Let's go. We're having fun. Oh, by the way, thank you. We don't get many live viewers, so we want to thank them a lot, especially on this show at the time slot's at. But I want to thank Malik Douglas. He says, "Hey guys." So Malik Douglas is checking All right,
What's
go
up
ahead.
now? All right, so
Bring out your theories.
all right, so first one is Daniel Bryan. What if what if they're actually, because initially, remember, they were overdoing it on their estimations because they actually internally, it was rumored, thought he'd be back much sooner than what they were telling people.
Yes.
What if that's actually still the case and he doesn't actually need shoulder surgery, but they want to give him time? Because they already had AJ Lee refer to her belt as her baby and getting her baby, because they were referencing the rumors online that AJ Lee was pregnant. So how do we know that they didn't hear those rumors that he couldn't use his arm, and they aren't like, fuck it, let's go with that. Let's say that he can't use his arm, give him more time to recover, and then, surprise, bring him back at Night of the Champions, no fucking warning.
You know what? A lot of people would be angry with that because they want to be YouTube wrestling experts. If they were rolling stuff off, like the AJ Lee baby thing was like, all right, not impressive. But if they could pull off Daniel Bryan or CM Punk returning and tricking us, I don't know about you, a lot of so-called YouTubers / experts would be angry because they were wrong.
I would be so happy.
I would be so happy. Like, you fucking got me. Way to go.
I'd be like, you sons of bitches. I would be standing up. I would be fucking so over. And I'd be into it. I'd be like, whatever. I love you right now. That brings me to my second theory. What if right now?
All right.
Now I know you and Booms hate the CM Punk as a work, but I'll still stick by what I said earlier. I'm hoping that it is because I don't want to accept that he's gone.
Yeah. I mean, there's a point, like, all these theories and all these dreams that you have. Like, a lot of so-called YouTube experts, I'm fucking using air quotes, would fucking be mad because they were wrong. Listen, if I'm wrong and the product's good, fuck, high fives for everyone. Beers on me. You know what I mean? All right, go on with your CM Punk.
All right. So CM Punk. Let's say Punk isn't actually going to get out. This is the way to play. You secretly re-sign Punk or extend his contract, whatever, and then publicly say that Eli's contract lapsed. Let him do some of his other things, like go and talk to people about, why he got out or whatever. Like how he's going to be hosting the that one music award ceremony later this month.
Yeah.
Have him do shit like that using his name CM Punk because he owns the rights to that name. Hell, take it one step further. Fuck with people. Start taking his shit off the site for a little bit. And then have him make a surprise return at Night of the Champions too. Make Night of the Champions the biggest night. Fucking just people showing up. Just great fucking people.
Let's say your theories are true. How much would me and you and Boom Boom doing a review show would we have tears of joy and be like, this is the greatest pay-per-view ever?
Like, seriously, it would be amazing. Like, cause come on, hell, I don't even care. Save it and make them all.
Hold on, we don't have many live viewers because of the time we're doing it, but I thank you, Malik Douglas, and others listening. But Marky Garden has a theory, and I hope he comes back to more shows and leaves comments because, sir, you are making my afternoon / your early morning. My theory is they only broke up the Shield to cushion the future blow for us 3MB fans.
They're like, look, all right, we fired the rest of those guys, but we broke up the Shield first.
So, yeah. Possibility. All right.
Well, you do know that Drew McIntyre's actually said that it's not a matter of if he'll be back in the WWE, but when.
I hope so because he has a lot of talent, and the reason I am personally hurt that 3MB broke up and they got rid of the guys is I used to promote and book wrestling, and I'll tell you, the most important thing, everyone's like, oh, the superstar, this, that. No, the most important thing to a guy writing a story is someone who's over with the crowd and never has to win. Jericho, 3MB. Jericho never has to win again, and we still love you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what shocked me about 3MB. All right, your last theory?
What was my last theory?
I don't know. In your notes, you have Undertaker theory.
What's my Undertaker theory? I don't remember what the Undertaker theory was. I guess it wasn't that good. Or my brain convinced me that it doesn't matter because Undertaker's career is probably over.
All right. So please, in the comments below, thank you. Well, first off, thank you, Market Garden, for being awesome. Thank you, Malik Douglas, for being awesome. Thank you for the few live viewers that we do have. I know this is the most inconvenient time to have a show, but we're banking on host live viewers. What do you mean 3 o'clock in the morning is not a good time to do it?
Also, we did end up doing this on Sunday night, Monday morning, which we do not like to do. We want to try and get the weekend review done on Saturdays. It just didn't work.
I was really sick and we just missed each other. The time zone differences and real life gets in way sometimes. But so hopefully you like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for live viewers. Thank you for viewers later. We did do a Q&A with Boom Boom, a Stumped Idiot, and all the shows we talked about, we went into way more detail in the shows. We'll put that link in the doobly-doo later. Tomorrow we will be doing a Monday Night Raw review, and we try to do at least one show a day. Today we did 2, so hopefully we just keep growing. And please go to CocoSports.com because the guys at the blog are working really hard at that. We're at CocoSports.net. It takes you to the same place. And we hope one day we can work hard enough to be your #1 stop for pro wrestling news and combat sports news and YouTube fucking reviews. So, and we just plan on keep on growing. So thank you for all the support. Rob!
I'm still amazed you get through all of that without needing to like take a break to breathe or anything. Like, it's so much to say, and you do it all. It's pretty impressive.
Thank you. I can run my mouth every now and then. I'm no Boom Boom, I assure you, but I try my best.
And I know I get my one spot. I'm not going to use it to promote something I'm doing. Instead, I'm going to promote if you want to see Dave have to watch an episode of Total Divas, let us know. Comment it. Comment, I want to see Dave review Total Divas. And he'll have to watch an episode and review an episode of Total Divas. And
then I will be better than the rest of the world.
And I feel like he needs to do that. Especially since he called Summer Rae and Layla the Mega Powers storyline multiple times.
You're never going to let me down, are you? You're never going to let me down.
No, I'm just saying. Just go ahead, watch Total Divas. You'll love it. It'll be...
If we get enough, I will do one review of Total Divas. But I don't know, what if I really do like it? What if it becomes a guilty?
Then I'm going to laugh.
It'll be like green eggs and ham in real life. Alright, so yeah, and also tomorrow is our flagship show, Monday Night Raw, me and Boo Boo. We will be reviewing it as soon as it goes off the air, and we will announce our internet champion.
Can't we let the people decide what the flagship show is? Let's find out the flagship show with the viewer counts.
Alright, well let's go. I'm there now.
Good.
This is the first time in a real long time. This is the first time in a really, really long time that all the shows of the week got over 1,000 views. Thanks a lot, Internet Industry. All right, whoa, we might really have a new flagship show. WWE Week in Review last week, 14,951, so almost at 15,000. Monday Night Raw, 5,000, but I wasn't there. Main event is me, 5,600. Stumped the Idiot Q&A by myself because my brain's being pushed too hard, 1,300. TNA Impact Review, 3,600. NXT Review, 1,000. WWE Smackdown Review, 5,000. WWE News, just me talking about Kenta situation, 1,173. And do we only like Brock Lesnar because John Cena's champ? Pro Wrestling Q&A right now has 0, but live viewers did a lot better than this show. But it was also on a time when people were awake. So there you go. So maybe this is our flagship show.
Maybe it is.
I'm
just saying.
We'll see. We'll keep it up. But thank you so much for those that like it, like the show, comment, subscribe. Also, please, hopefully one day we work hard enough and improve enough that we'll be your #1 stop. Again,
can we have a Coco show belt that the show that has the most views in a week is the champion?
All right, well, that would be last week's Week in Review.
Right now, we're the champion. Hope you can try and take it away from us, Boom Boom. Right now, I'm the champ.
Boom Boom works like 900 hours a day, and you're going to call him out.
Yeah. He wants to be the champ. He's got to come after the champ.
All right, so it's an honor to have this make-believe title we made up 5 seconds ago.
15K views. That's what you got to be if you want to be the champ now, Boom Boom.
All right, well, there you have it. So, thanks again to Market Garden for your awesome comments, and Malik Douglas, thanks as always for checking in. All right, I think that's it. Go to KocoSports.com, KOCOSports.com, and with that, I am over.
Turkey Day.